Meanwhile, one wrong move and I'll rip your head off. As if you could stop me, especially since all your vampire servants are gone now. Dominating vampires only works as long as you have the power. It's only because of you that we now lack that power. Your damn rescue costs us everything. Show more gratitude and humility already. Gratitude? For this? You stupid lapdog? Shut up already, both of you. I need to think. Ask her. Make it clear to her already that she has to pay for her actions. Without me, Asker gets neither the fragment nor the book. And what exactly does he get from you? He loves me, something you could never understand. If you knew. You really have no idea, naive thing. Shut up, I said. It should be the other way around. I said shut up. But beloved, I can't go on like this. Our situation is a fucking disaster. All the dominated vampires are gone. And the non-dominated one have realized that you've lost all power because of the rune. You think that's funny? Your powers are gone too. The slave caller of the Elras will remind you of it forever. You wretched. Your crows are really unbearable, but you are not wrong. Our powers have been consumed. It took days before I could at least stand again. Cursed Elras. I can't understand where they came from. You're a great help, bitch. Shut up and listen. I now have enough strength again to retrieve the book and the fragment. That's the only reason you're alive, Elaine. You should therefore leave for Ediril now. As if I had a choice. The caller only serves you right. We better explore the Elras Lair again. I was able to see that the water leads even deeper. We need to find out what else the Elras have hidden there, and where they came from. Don't listen to her, beloved. She only wants to distract from the fact that we should get the book and fragment as soon as possible. How miserable. I'm too weak to be able to cast the spell of the stone tablet. No souls, no power. And yet we should now quickly get the fragments and the book, beloved. After that we can finally behead Elaine. Or we can find answers in the vault of the Elras as to whether the power absorption of the rune can be reversed. All our power must be bundled in there. Damn, there's some truth to that. I desperately need my power back. Alright, then we'll go back to that vault first. Without my powers, the fragments and the book of the Elras are useless. I don't think I'll ever stop watching you and your movements closely. What is this, please? This is pretty much the same thing as before. This time it's not the bad guy that is watching over. It's not the good guys that are watching over us. It's the other way around this time. It's the reverse of the second game. What are you waiting for? Come with me already. Stop giving me orders right now. I'm just coming along to get rid of the damn collar. I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding here. What the hell? You miserable. Now listen to me very carefully. The caller gives me complete control over you. When I speak, you must be silent. When I find, you have to support me. And when I leave, you have to follow. Don't you dare hit me again. No, you better not dare to anger me again. You are my slave now. The sooner you get used to it, the less pain I have to inflict on you. That's enough. Now I'm going to chop your head off. I would think that I would think about that very carefully. When my body is destroyed, the collar will destroy your mind completely. Are you ready to go through that again? Trapped in some asylum, unable to think clearly while your body slowly but surely rots. You son of a bitch. That's pretty much the beginning of the first game, but it wasn't him that did this, it was Vincent Maynard. Well, that's that out of the way then. And since we're talking about our past, I find your new hairstyle unbearable. You're completely insane now? What do you care about my hair now? You're my slave now, understood? As such, you have to please me. Or do I need to be even clearer that you are to follow all my orders? Sentence somewhat. You will deeply regret this one day. I'll make sure of that. And we should rid that collar too. And we should hide your collar too. My beloved, the collar will always remind her that she must obey you. There's no need to hide it. I want her to look like she did back then. What do you mean by back then? What's with the questions? I have my reasons, so get her a damn scarf. As you wish. Yes, run and get me something pretty to wear. Our master wants me to look like I used to. Shut the hell up! Get her a scarf, Celine, so that we can leave already. What a naive thing. It's a wonder she's still by your side. Not every vampire has an innate thing to betray me, unlike you, Elaine. Our past no longer matters. The only thing that matters is how to get rid of you as soon as possible. Just be quiet and make a ponytail. You've really lost your mind. Here's a scarf, beloved, as you requested. Thank you, Celine. Now put that scarf on and make a ponytail, Elaine. Even if it makes me look like I used to, things will never be the same again. Just do it and you'll save yourself a lot of pain. Happy bastard? Good, then we can finally get going. The last decades have clearly made you even more insane. Just be quiet and obey. Elaine is bound to Askar by the collar and cannot stray far from his side. The items she has collected so far have been merged with Askar's items. The rune of the Elras has corrupted most of the equipment, rendering it useless. Check what's left to find better equipment as soon as possible. Vampires Dawn 3 is a challenging, game in the basic setting. Oh, we can actually start the game apparently. Which requires tactics and the right choice of spells to progress in the game. Yeah, of course. Resource scarcity, blood, souls and villa is omnipresent. Since, for example, enemies do not respawn after their death. If you want to have a much more relaxing game experience, you can adjust the difficulty level in many ways. To do so, talk to the person to the room on the right. With this we can pretty much see we're level 6, 6 and 3. And with this we don't have that much in terms of stuff. It's not even much. In terms of here is not much as well. And in terms of here we don't have much as well. Also, in terms of things, the Doom Blade has been reduced to level 1. Corrupted helmet. Yeah, everything is pretty much corrupted. Anything I can use to do other things. Well, speed, I should be leaving this on, which is doing... It's not even doing that much, but I should be doing that most usefully. With that, it's pretty much giving me less stuff in here. Okay, it's not even that much in here. I should be using that. What's this useful for? Protects from blind and bleeding. Doesn't really matter that much. Would like to have some other stuff, please. Well, she's apparently the most powerful one in terms of raw attack. So, yeah. Also, what is going on the right side, please? What are you doing here in my castle? I'm here to help you. Do you need my help then? Here you can access settings to adjust the difficulty of the game. Enemy strength, resource demand, souls for sacrifices and mines, silver price, auto heal after a battle, as well as opponent respawn. The opponent respawn only affects certain areas, so it's not a global setting. You can reselect all settings at any time. Set the level difficulty the way you like it. Do you want to kill your enemy over and over again? This can be arranged. If you enable opponent respawn, your enemies will keep respawning in all areas marked with a blue outlined flag as soon as you leave the area. This allows you to accumulate experience and souls. This will make your adventure noticeably easier. Activating the opponent respawn will unlock all the corresponding locations on the world map. Use your Sixth Sense spell to find them. In all other areas, for example places relevant to the main stories, opponent will continue to not reappear after their death. In addition to opponents in the Cave of the Monsters, now will give souls when the opponent respawn is activated. Activate as you wish. Have a good hunt. And auto heal, not really sure about that. Enemy strength, but of course, here's a brief explanation. Very easy. Opponent HP halved. All opponent stats minus 20%. Easy mode pretty much minus 25%. And stats minus 10. Normal, pretty much everything is normal. On hard, opponent HP 10% much. And all opponent stats plus 10% as well. So no very hard, so I should be maybe doing this on hard. Because I'm not really sure what I have been playing in the beginning in here. I'll be guessing the usual stuff, so I should be doing certain things. Which should be... Actually, I'm not really sure if I should be doing that, so... You've chosen a hard adventure, so be it. Good luck. I'm here to help you. Yeah. What else? Resource demand. With this, you can change the soul requirement for mines and the Hall of Sacrifice, and the villa price for silver. A lower soul requirement and a higher villa price means an easier difficulty level. I would say normal should be okay. Which I think already has been. The auto heal. This adjusts your ability to automatically restore your health after a battle. If you turn this off, you won't heal after a battle, but also won't use up any blood points. I'm not really sure if I should be turning this off. But it's pretty much then somewhat near of certain other things, so I'll be leaving this off. Is a wish. What is this, please? Master, would you like to add a vampire servant to your group? I'm afraid you don't have any vampire servants you can summon in the castle, beloved. I urgently need to change that. And meanwhile, I should also be saving. Also, I just now noticed that someone forgot to change this little text here. It hasn't been translated. It should be empty. And while I'm doing all of this, I should be maybe go out in here? From here. The castle is so empty without all my vampire servants. We'll create new vampires, beloved. As if there are still that many humans in this world that you can easily get to. Yeah. This really is a problem. That wretched Holy Crusade doesn't make it any easier. And without silver, your only option is to dominate vampires anyway. No vampire will follow you voluntarily anymore. Don't listen to her, beloved. We'll find a way to generate silver revenue. Soon you will have an army at your disposal again. I'll dominate and enslave those vampires. Fuck's sake. Never again will any of my servants receive even one piece of silver from me. Those maggots have betrayed and deceived me. Never again will I value loyalty. All that matters now is the power to dominate those lowly vampires. Are you aware of what you're saying? In any case, I won't get too far with these stupid skeletons, and vampires whose loyalty turns as fast as the wind can get lost. All vampires that Asgard creates or enslaves from now on cannot be revived, as they are dominated by him. Should such a vampire die in battle, you can always add another vampire to the group at the skeleton in the throne room here in the castle. I already went there while I don't have any of them anymore. Later, you can also learn an ability that to add another vampire to your group at any time. Silver mines are also important, which can generate regular income for Asker. Conquering these silver mines is essential to get enough villa for new equipment. The opponents in Vampire's Dawn usually don't carry villa. Silver mines, finding treasure and selling items are therefore the main ways to get villa. Therefore, try to find at least one of the silver mines as soon as possible and bring it under Asker's control. The treasury is in the basement of the castle. There you can exchange the silver for villa. The quest log has now been expanded to include the side quest to capture a silver mine. You will also find all the other side quests that you will receive throughout the game there. Which is pretty much all of them currently, and we can only do the first one as soon as possible, which is this one. It is of normal difficulty, level 5 is required apparently, and yeah, we are level 6, 6 and then 3, so it should be okay, I think. Well, the description: there is a silver mine southwest of Ediril, which you should bring under your control. In addition, try to bring the silver mine to the highest productivity stage as fast as possible. Conquer the silver mine, completely expand the silver mine. Reward, nothing, really much. Yeah, really not much. Yeah, and for the main story, search the Elras Lair southeast of Ediril and go back to Elaine's hiding place in Ediril. But first of all, I should be taking care of that. For fuck's sake, where am I going? I should be going downstairs here. As well as outside. Then off to the Elras Lair. Wait, what? Hey, fuck off! This is not what I wanted! But I apparently need to do that first. Yeah, there was something in terms of speeding up, pretty much holding the enter button. Because seriously, we have seen this trip once already. Alright, here we are again. As if it only happened a few hours ago. But this time we are much weaker than a few days ago, Asker. We have to be very careful and avoid as many opponents in here as possible. If only we had destroyed them all back then. Fine, let's go. Due to the loss of power, the monsters here are now too strong for the 3 vampires. Try to avoid the remaining enemies. If a battle occurs, try to escape. And don't forget to save. This should count. Actually, I should have taken care of everything in here. Or did I actually missed some? I feel sick when I see this place. I recall with pleasure how you suffered here, skank. I feel nothing compared to what I will do to you. Try it then, come on. Silence! I hope the trip here was worth it. The corridor seems to go even farther back there. Well, hopefully there's something there that will help us. What the hell is all of this? Wait, who or what is that? Hopefully not an enemy, we wouldn't survive that. If it wanted to attack us, it would have done so already. My master. What? First of all, what? Second of all, what? My masters, you've returned. How can I help you? Wait a second. We pretty much have the thingy, and pretty much because of that, they think we're on Elras. Master? Who are we and what is all of this? Who I am? That's a complex question. The easiest way to give you my the easiest way is to give you my name. Every master calls me something different. Name me as you like. My last master called me Scarlies? Okay. Before that I was known as Skyly. Wait a second, I might be able to crisscross that a little bit. We have, if I'm able to name him, it seems to be a him, Scarlies and Skyly. Well, there is a SK and an LY. Wait a second, what was that again? I should be doing this! Actually, I was checking in terms of certain something, but it should be there. It's pretty much just Skyly and Scarlies? What kind of names are those? Then give me a better one. I am actually able to do so. Well, wait a second. I'm unable to. Maybe that. Hello. Okay, escape. I was actually trying to press backspace, but it's not that. Well, he is a scaly after all, but it's okay because he's cool. As you wish, my masters. Now for the explanation of what I am. I was created to serve my masters. The masters like you, Elras. Elras are your masters? I don't understand that question. You are also Elras, my masters. Damned evil magic. Calm down, Celine. This creature doesn't seem to be aggressive yet. No need to worry. I am only here to serve and help, my masters. Fine, but what are you? I was created to protect the Hall of Sacrifice. This is the area apparently. You are now standing in the Hall of Sacrifice, my masters. I'm still unused, but ready for use. No one but the Elras may enter this hall. But you are Elras, so I grant you entry. We are Elras? What is this being talking about? It must think we're Elras because of my collar. I I feel the Elras magic clearly in your presence. So let me help you use the Hall of Sacrifice properly. Then explain to us the purpose of this device. Gladly. What you see here are sacrificial pillars, each allowing 3 sacrifices side by side. The sacrificial pillars to the left and right of the center of the hall, so many ops and to the and what the, give you helpful but relatively weak powers. Once you have hung up all 3 sacrifices on a sacrificial pillar, the blood flow to the next sacrificial pillar. Wait, what? Sentence! Once you have hung all 3 sacrifices on the sacrificial pillar, the blood flow to the next sacrificial pillar will be free. So many sacrificial stuffs in here. Did I even say it correctly or what? Whatever. When you completely fill 2 matching sacrificial pillars with sacrifices. So many sacrilegious in here. Wait, what? The bloodstream of the 2 pillars will unite. By uniting the bloodstream, you can use a sacrificial pillar with a higher power level. It's not as difficult as it sounds. Just take note of the blood the grooves? What? On the ground. When you're able to make sacrifices at the sacrificial pillar, the skulls on the side of the pillar will be moving. Okay? If the skulls do not move, you cannot make any sacrifices there yet. Okay. What do you mean by sacrifice? Well, masters, as Elras, you are the most powerful life forms in this world. Your sacrifices serve to make you even more powerful. You can offer vampire or human sacrifices. Depending on the type, you will receive other benefits in addition to the respective power. Human sacrifices increase your life and blood points. Okay, vampire sacrifices increase your attack, defense, spell power, and speed. What about spell defense, though? Depending on the type and gender you sacrifice. Wait, what? Okay. In addition, each sacrifice also needs souls to release the magical powers. But you'll figure that out. Should you need an overview of the powers of the sacrificial pillars, you will find them directly behind me on a small stone tablet. On the small stone tablets. You can always find out how many sacrifices are waiting in your prisons by talking to me. Making sacrifices to gain new strength? That is at least a small glimmer of hope in our miserable situation. Indeed, but we don't have any suitable sacrifices yet. We have captured a few souls at least. And once again, you use every opportunity to gain power, no matter how disgusting the way to get there is. The sentence? It somehow sounded a little bit awkward afterwards. Whatever. I can no longer walk around like a frail, newly turned vampire. Wait, what? Okay. That's why we will use the sacrificial pillars as soon as we find suitable sacrifices. I don't like that it makes Elaine stronger too. As long as we don't even know what makes us Elras according to this being, we have no idea at all who benefits from the pillars in the end. Well, Then we'll find out. In any case, we can't keep walking around like this. Any random vampire could defeat us. Then we should come back as soon as we get a human or a vampire to sacrifice. How about we'll get the stone fragments and then sacrifice Elaine first? Try it again. Try it then. Enough. We are going to get the fragments and the books and the book now. Then we'll see. You should also enter the door north from here. There are artifacts that will be useful to you as well. First of all, I should be apparently going in here. Here you'll receive an overview that what power the left side of the sacrificial site can offer you. Okay, I am not even sure where I'm pretty much going. So in that regard, pretty much. Okay, frenzy, bloodsucking. Am I actually able on doing everything? Because that would be something. Bloodsucking 4, no, that's something. Still see opponent level. That should be actually something. Or should I even? I'm not really sure. I should be preparing myself for the next time. Watch out for the bloodstreams and remember that you cannot sacrifice in the level 2 or level 3 pillars until the 2 pillars before them have each been filled with all 3 sacrifices. Yeah, pretty much. Same as pretty much here. And vampire type, summon vampire and warrior for the upper side of rank 1. Skeleton, zombie, mummy and lizard. Lizard would be something. Magic focus, attack stance. The 2? There's a 2 in there? Soul chalice? Wait, what? Not even sure. Warrior, sorcerer, defenseless? Attacking power. Companion. RP? What? Revenge points. Revive and critical defense? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I know. There's apparently something in the north. Masters, I'm sure you'll find the artifacts here useful. You'll see. Isn't there been something in here or something? I should be doing it here, actually. Well, we should be keeping in mind of the humanity in here. Because, well, first of all, there's a chest. Blood rune. What is this pentagram? How should I know? And why the hell are you walking right into it? This doesn't seem smart, beloved. Damn it, what's happening now? The Doomblade. Something is happening with it. Power of the Doomblade has increased. The Elras rune has weakened the Doomblade massively. Through these pentagrams, it can regain its power. But each pentagram can only be used once. Specifically, low humanity is needed. Humanity increases and decreases depending on your actions in the game. As Asuka is not a very helpful vampire, his humanity will quickly drop further. This is categorically not bad and also a prerequisite for the use of the pentagrams. But should his humanity drop below minus 50, it will have consequences at some point in the game. You can view, that's pretty much that. You can view Asuka's humanity in the save and load menu. There are many pentagrams like these hidden in the game. Try to find them, because the Doomblade can thereby become an extremely powerful weapon. Well, pentagram found. It did not do anything with the current humanity. So, and what is this? Looks like a little. Looks a little like those soul devices we used to use back then. We should be careful. What the hell was that? Oh, runes. They kind of feel different. My masters, you've unleashed the power of the runes for yourselves. Now you can create strong spells to destroy your enemies. May you cleanse this world of all useless life with it. Spells from runes? Finally a step in the right direction. Everything comes with a price, Asuka. You should hope that this power won't destroy you in the end. It is now up to you to subjugate this world, my masters. And let's check out what these runes can do. The main characters can now use the power of the runes to create new spells through the main menu. Select spell runes and put runes into the appropriate rune slots. Various spells can be learned through the different rune types. If you equip multiple runes of a single type, then you'll learn more spells from that magic school. If you equipped different rune types, you can learn combo spells. For example, a character will learn a water spell by equipping a fire and an ice rune. Combo spells can also be very, very powerful, so try out different rune combinations to learn spells that suit your playstyle the most. Every 10 levels, a character receives another rune slot. The rune power of the character will also increase. Rune power comes into effect with many spells and increases the power of the caster. Check the description of the runes of the respective spell. A fire rune, for example, will grant the spell Fireball. Due to rune power, this spell will be useful at level 1 as well as at level 99. Okay, it goes up to level 99 then. When rune power increases, it also means a higher blood cost. The spell will become stronger at level 10, 20, 30, etc. But the blood cost will become higher, so find ways to best control your blood supply. I have already seen some of that already. Spell runes unlocked in the menu. On the quest log in the menu, you'll also find a helpful entry about spell runes and learning new spells. Fine, I think we're done here for the moment. We should come back as soon as we've got a few sacrifices. We're going to get Elaine's stone fragments and the book now. Let's go. I can't wait to cut off her head already. think we are done here. What's this? This magic gemstone looks inactive. Maybe we are still missing something to activate it. So, you can unlock this soul stone through the sacrificial pillars. Ah, okay. Also, in terms of the quest log, there is another thing in here, and we will be taking a look at that as well. This will be another long part. Not sure where I'll be going to cut it then, because I would like to get to a certain point where I'll be getting to the first silver mine, because seriously, I would like to get some money, please. And I hope it's automatic and stuff, like it had been for Vampire Zone 2. Or even the first one even? Not really sure if that was... Nah, I don't think it... Nah, it wasn't that. And the second one was for something else, but whatever. Here you will get an overview of the spell runes. Tutorial location and menu. There's going to be a lot in here. The main characters can learn new spells by means of the 6 types of spell runes. Combining spell runes results in new spells. The combinations are additive, meaning each valid combination gives additional spells. When you combine a lot of different runes, you tend to get a variety of spells that make you flexible in battles. If you use many of the same runes, you will get fewer, but tendentially stronger spells. Whatever. You can put spell runes into the corresponding slots and take them out again as you like, so runes are never consumed. At least something nice. Sheesh, there's still a lot in here. In total, there are over 160 spells to learn. Try out what suits your play style the best, and what will help you the most against the respective types of opponents. The main characters get another rune slot every 10 levels. The following rune types exists: Fire, Ice, Status, Light, Shadow, Blood. Okay. Sheesh, what is it? There's really a whole lot in here. Of course, it's a tutorial. Learning new spells is done according to the following system. One another rune. No, I should be. This is sentence somewhat. One another rune of the same type equals one additional spell of this rune category. Example: any additional fire rune gives the character a new fire spell. 2 runes and 2 runes equals a combination spell of these rune types. For example, 2 fire plus 2 ice results in a water spell. Wait, what? 2 plus 4, a strong combination of a strong combination spell of these rune types. Example: 2-4 or 4-2. 2-4 results in a stronger spell. What? Whereby 4 plus 2 results in a different strong water spell. Okay. 4 plus 4 runes of the same type equals a very strong combination spell of these rune types. For example, a 4-4 results in a very strong water spell. For fuck's sake, there's a whole lot in here. Jeez, I have enough space to fill all of those in. 1 runes of the same type is a combination of those. In this example, it results in a storm spell. But this does not work for all rune type combination. Try different combinations. Well, another one is pretty much Fire, Ice, and Shadow. This results in the Black Rain spell. Stop Seriously, stuff is being copy-pasted around in here. For 3, like this, it's pretty much a blood rain. It's God damn it, this is going to be something. A 4-1 is pretty much in this combination minor elemental shield. For a 4-2 in like this results in elemental annihilation. Pretty much all 1 results in an apocalypse spell. But this is going to be something, not yet. And 2 and everything else is 1 results in a dark thunderstorm spell. Well, okay then. Some useful spell combinations are, well, cooling pretty much heals burn. That's going to be something. Flesh to blood, sucking blood from unpalatable enemies. I'm not really sure what this means. Heals stigma, prevents opponent healing. Wait, okay. Fire armor, attacker suffers damage. That's what we have been seeing before. Hot rain, damage and status soaked. Okay. Light blade, attacks are based on light damage. Haste doubles the number of attacks per turn. Oh, this is going to be something, and I don't think we have that much of that as currently. Soul Catcher, additional souls after battle. That is also something. Wait a second, does this add up actually? Since we have 3 main characters in here, if they all have the Soul Gatherer on... Wait a second. Wait a second. That should be attacks they're going to be using, so it's not going to add up. I thought it's just an ability they're going to have once they got it. And another something, the last one, poison bombs. Poisons all opponents. That's pretty much something. Well, there is no task with that, but the reward is additional knowledge about the game mechanics. Okay. Shall I teleport you outside, my masters? Yes. Actually, I shouldn't have yet. Wait a second. It should be somewhere? Was it here? Not there yet, or was it there? No, it was the other thing, so... I know that there was something, and this is the very reason I am returning towards it. Okay, there was something there. I haven't seen it though, so... But I'm still going to return towards the one area with that book over there. Can I get something from it if I get towards it? God damn it. Guys, if I'm going to get back over here because it is useful for something, that's not great game design. Also, because I am here again, I should be going back to him and let him teleport me out of here. Also, just in case... Nope. Yeah, teleportation. Don't you dare betray us about the book and the fragments, skank. Let's just get it over with quickly. Meanwhile, Sir Balter, is it true that women are disappearing from our army? What are you saying, my king? I learned that the soldiers are worried because women are disappearing everywhere, in the village and in our army. Where did you get that statement from? Sir Balter, give me an answer. Yes, it is true, my king. We are suffering more and more casualties among the female soldiers. We cannot find out what's happening to them. Why the hell am I just hearing about this today? This is a glaring problem and will further lower the morale of our troops. We didn't want to worry you with that, my king. We have more important things to do than worry about it. We've already taken care of that and will solve the problem as soon as possible. What do you mean by we? Did Lady Naira also know about not tell me about it? Well, God, bring Naira to me. I want to clarify this with her immediately. Such information must never again be withheld from me. She's currently on her way to retrieve a magical artifact of the vampires. But she should be arriving back here at Castle Horan soon. Well then, guards, go and wait for Lady Naira's return outside the gates, and bring her to me without delay. As you command, my king. I think this will be a problem. Then speak, Sir Balter. What have you been able to find out so far? Well, my king, as will come as little surprise sentence to you, I assume that the vampires are kidnapping all the women. And where are they taking the women? I'm afraid we haven't managed to figure that out yet. Is that all you know so far? I'm afraid so. This is completely unacceptable. Settle this, or Lady Naira and you will be transferred straight to the front line, where you can make up for your future by killing vampires. My king, I'm not afraid of direct confrontation with vampires. I have beheaded dozens of them myself. But that was long ago. That was a long time ago, Sir Balter. Today, you're old and effeminate. Old and effeminate? Don't you dare contradict me. Wait, what? Go now and settle the problem, and quickly. Here's the command. My king, you sent for me? Lady Naira, your appearance is timely. I've just returned from my mission, my king. I hope you were successful. We need good news, but Sir Balter didn't have any. What do you mean? Apparently women are disappearing from our army, and our good Sir Balter has no idea where to. And how can I help? Sir Balter mentioned that you also know about these incidents, and so I wonder when you were going to let me know about it. Well, as soon as I have enough information about where the woman disappeared to. Now listen to me very well. Such information is to be brought to me immediately. Otherwise, I will be forced to punish you. I assume we understand each other, Lady Naira. Of course, my king. Now go and solve that problem. I've gotten upset enough for now. As you wish. We'll have the problem solved soon. I hope so. If not, there will be consequences for both of you. I'll be waiting for you downstairs, Lady Naira. I will report my progress soon, my king. Go now and stop wasting my time. God, bring me a woman to my chamber. This conversation has enraged me. I need some relaxation now. I still wish my king. Oh, god damn it. Damn, that didn't go well. From whom did King Garrador get the information? And why hasn't Sir Balto found out anything yet? I should have taken care of that myself much earlier. I should look for him in the main hall and discuss with him how we will proceed with this. Should I take care of anything else in here? Where's the main hall? It should be somewhere inside. So Balto, how could the king have found out about that? I instructed my man not to say a word about it. Your advice to keep it from him until we found a solution was pretty stupid to me now. It seems pretty stupid to me now. Trust me, it was the right thing to do. King Garrador is a fat, greasy bastard, just waited to get the next woman in his bed. I wouldn't be surprised if our woman desert because of him. Sentence? And should it be so, he will certainly not be partially lenient with the women who have fled. Therefore, it was the only right way not to inform him about it. Psst, not so loud. Not all soldiers are loyal to us. Some continue to stand by the king. That's unfortunate, but true. We must find out what's happening to the women already. No matter if they flee from King Garrador or are kidnapped by vampires, we need to find our female soldiers, and we will also find the women from the towns and villages. That wretched fatso is getting on my nerves. Save your hatred for the king and help me instead. He'll have us both hanged otherwise. Ha, let him try. Oh, fine. I couldn't tell you about it yet. But while you were away, I got new clues. And what would they be? You should travel to the town of Alatran. I've been told that the townspeople claim to have seen women in the act of being kidnapped. They were still being able to tell us who's behind it. Kidnapped? In Alatran? The desert town? That's strange. Only vampires of the early generations venture into the desert. Only they can endure the strong light. If our female soldiers didn't escape and were actually kidnapped like townspeople, then very old and powerful vampires must be behind it. And let's set out. It's a long way to get there. You must go there without me. I have another clue near Fortress Uldarin. I'll have to follow it up. I don't like that. We should work together on this and solve the problem already. Or else we don't need to come back here. It's exactly why we have to follow the clues in parallel so as not to waste time. Fortress Uldarin and Alatran are too far away. It will take too much time if we both follow the clues at the same time in the same time or the same place. Alright. Then I hope that we finally make a little progress in this matter. That we will see each other again in a few days, Lady Nyria. I hope you will find something. See you soon then, Sir Balto. That reminds me, you haven't told me how your last mission went. Were you successful in finding that the vampire artifact? Well, I was able to recover the artifact. We have suffered some losses, but most of them made it. That's good. The motivation of our troops will improve as a result. Every death is one too many in this war. Then I hope you can decipher the power of the vampire artifact and use it for our purpose. We'll see. May I have a look at it? Let's not waste time on this and leave now. Fine. And show it to me when we return. Safe journey, Sir Balto. Safe journey, Lady Naira. Elatrin, huh? Could it have been any farther? Anyway, I have the book and I should go back to my quarters now to talk to Jaina. I hope she has noticed that I am here again. I should be not going there. Sister, are you here? You were successful, sister. Have you been following me? Maybe a little. In all these decades, I have learned to materialize specifically in certain places when I concentrate on them. But I have to memorize the spot particularly well. That's why I cannot be everywhere at will. But I can at certain points. That's also the only advantage that my unfortunate existence as a blood spirit brings with it. You don't want to have this pain. You also never miss an opportunity to mention it. As a blood spirit, I could plan my revenge perfectly, but now it's time to become a vampire again. A vampire? And when do you want to become a human again? As soon as I have destroyed Velna, Aska and Elaine. Fine. I have the book. I should be able to revive you with it. Later we will see what spell makes you a human again. We must use our newfound powers to end this war and destroy the vampires. Otherwise we can never live in peace again. I hope your plan works, sister. Have faith. I was able to forge this blade for decades, and thanks to my help, you are stronger than ever. But at what cost? Do you think you would have gotten the book without me and survived the battles until then? Trust me, what we did was only the right way, the path to our complete victory over the vampires. Just look at yourself. What have you ever become? Fuck's sake. Have you ever been stronger than you are today? Without me, you'd be in your grave today. We must win this war. Humanity mustn't die out. And you can only win the war if we carry out the plan to the end. To my plan, or to the end. Alright, what now? We need the blood of a human who has slept with a vampire. This is an ingredient that the spell of resurrection requires. Excuse me? There's no other spell? I don't know any other. And this one will work. So get me the blood. Where the hell am I supposed to get the blood from? There are no humans who sleep with vampires. That's the most disgusting blasphemy. Blasphemy? As if you believe in God, sister. You know what? I mean, no sane person would do that. You underestimate the power of the old vampires. Vampires of the 1st to 3rd generation. Those have the power to hide their true nature from most humans. I realize that. Simple townspeople can be fooled. That's why I trained my soldiers to recognize vampires. But when humans don't recognize vampires as such, anything is possible. Just the thought makes me sick. I have found a place where you can find the blood to revive me. What do you mean you found a place? Don't talk in riddles, Jaina. Travel to the island. To the island. I keep on doing that because of how it's spelled in terms of letters. Because seriously, the S is silent. I don't like silent letters. Fuck off. Don't hide from me. Southeast from Fortress Olderin. There you'll find the blood. What kind of place is there? You'll understand when you see it. I'll guide you once you get close. Travel there now. again she disappears without an explanation. I hate it when she does that. Alright, so far her plan has worked. I sincerely hope I didn't make a huge mistake trusting her in the end. But she mentioned Fortress Alderan. Wasn't there where Sir Balter was leaving to? I should discuss with him that I will travel there together with him. Altaria doesn't matter for now. I need the blood. I think he already went off, I think. Or is he still there? He's still there! Shouldn't you get going? I have to go near Fortress Alderan, so I'll come with you after all. What? I don't think that's a good idea. Who is going to follow up on the clues from Altaria then? No, you should really travel there. Otherwise, that will be it for our time at Castle Horan. The good-for-nothing King Garador has made it clear that you and I are no longer wanted here if we don't solve the disappearance of the women. I've heard the king, but my goals now lie elsewhere for the time being. Your goals lie elsewhere? Lady Naira, please be reasonable. We will lose our heads. Stop arguing with me, Sir Balter. I'm your commander, so don't deny my orders. You sound like King Garador. Are you aware of that? The difference is that I'll make sure that we win this war against the vampires. The king only has his manhood in mind. How much this war has changed him. Well, what are you looking for near Fortress Alderan? It sounds like we have the same path, but not the same goal. I've received information that there's a place where vampires disguise themselves as humans to sleep with human women. You can't be serious. Disguised vampires visiting a brothel? I've never heard anything so ridiculous. My source is reliable, and if that place exists, I'll wipe out every single vampire there. I think that's complete nonsense. There's no brothel that vampires frequent. Sentence? Then I want you to stay by my side the whole time to see for yourself. Maybe that will open your eyes to the truth. You want me to accompany you too? To a place that doesn't exist? To fight vampires who aren't there? I beg you, Lady Nyria. What? That's a waste of time. You should travel to Alatrin and I should travel to Fortress Alderan. Pack your bags, we are leaving together shortly. This will end in disaster. King Garador will have us executed when he hears what kind of fantasies we've been following. We'll see. God help me. So much stuff in here. Vampires in brothels? What nonsense are you speaking here in front of my grandson? The boy won't reach the age when he gets interested in the opposite sex anyway. And to tell my story, it's necessary for you to know all the details. Grandpa, what's a brothel? You're definitely too young for that, my boy. The important thing was that Jaina needed the blood of a human who had slept with a vampire. At least that was the only resurrection spell she knew. Blasphemy. As you already know, vampires of the early generations can disguise themselves. Fuck's sake. Jeez. Meaning they can hide their true nature from humans. They then appear like ordinary humans. Early generations? What do you mean? When vampires bite humans and drip their saliva into the wound, the bitten human turns into a vampire as well. However, they then belong to a later generation. That is, a vampire of the first generation always creates vampires of the second generation. but the power of the vampires decreases with each generation. Thus, a vampire of the 3rd generation is weaker than the vampire of the 2nd. A vampire of the 4th generation begins to suffer damage in normal sunlight, while vampires of the first 3 generations suffer little damage even from the intense desert sun. Vampires of the 6th generation hardly receive any physical advantages from the transformation, only many additional disadvantages. Damage from holy water, garlic, and rain? No, those are just fairy tales. Only the sun harms these vampires, or a stake in the heart, but you can only kill them by beheading them. The disadvantages don't seem that bad to me. Vampires of the 6th or later generation are even more reduced to their primal instincts. The latest and thus weakest generations consists virtually only of beings who think of nothing but killing and eating, and have little vampiric strength. In what generation are Asker and his companions? Well, Elaine is the stronger of the 4. She is a vampire of the 1st generation. Asker is a vampire of the 2nd generation, just as Jaina was. Selene was a vampire of the 3rd generation, just as Valna was. Grandpa, all of this scares me. You're going to die soon anyway, so you can save your fear and resign to your fate already. Nonsense, the Holy Crusade will come and save us. Maybe even Lady Naira herself. Lady Naira. Well, I'll tell you why you can let go of all hope. While Naira and Sir Baltor made their way near Fortress Alderin to find a brothel, Asker and his vampires arrived in Ediril to retrieve the book and the fragments from Elaine's hiding place. Here we are. Where are the stone fragments and the book, Elaine? Yes, out with it and be done with it. Over there is a secret passage, the chamber with the water. Where you jumped into the water like a coward? Coward? That goddamn wound gave me no other choice. Where did you get that sword from? A lovely blade, isn't it? Created to break the might of the vampires. One wound from it and you can no longer use your regenerative powers. Actually, would have had been different if I would have deselected, because I had it equipped during that process. So would have had changed it if I hadn't? Also, I keep on drinking, so that's where the pauses are coming from. Are we going to talk about the sword or get the book and the fragments already? You're about to get to know the blade even better anyway, Elaine. You're calling me by my name. That's progress. Just be quiet and show us the way. Come on, let's get everything so we can get out of here. Wait, something's wrong here. What is it? The secret passage was open. Don't you dare play games with me, Elaine. This cannot be good. Let's go downstairs, and there'd better not be any unpleasant surprises there. Well, there is going to be. How could my useless vampires have missed this simple secret passage? Unbelievable. Nonsense, it was well hidden. I can't believe someone found it. The main thing is that the book and fragments are still here. You must have implemented countless defenses and traps, haven't you? If not, there will be consequences. Of course, several extremely strong summons are guarding this hiding place. And I hope for you that they were sufficient. Actually, it's not. But there was definitely someone here. Where are the book and the fragments? Stolen! I knew it. You tricked us. There is nothing hidden here. Someone must have been here. My summons were all destroyed. Damn it, Elaine. I warned you about tricking us. Tricking you? Someone was here and took everything. You are lying. What is this, Elaine? I thought I made it clear what such games will mean to you. Believe it or not, someone was here. Whoever it was knew where to look and took everything. The Book of the Errors and the stone fragments. For fuck's sake, this can't be happening. Lies, all lies, beloved. She hired someone to get the fragments while you were unconscious from the room. From the room or from the whatever. As if I had the opportunity to do so with your permanent control. So not only are we weak as no-good vampire newbies, but we also have no idea where your fragments and the book are. What am I supposed to say? How about the truth? The fragments and the book were never here. She's lying through her teeth, ask her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't care if you believe me. It's more important to find out who was here, ask her. My magical guards were extremely powerful. No one could have just walked in here and taken everything. Fuck! I was robbed, Aska. That's the bitter truth. I can't think of anyone who would have had the power to defeat my guards. Who was here? I don't know. There is a damn shield there. Doesn't look like something you would wield. What the hell is that emblem? The shield is from the Holy Crusade, but the emblem is very strange. It's not the emblem the Crusade use. A new group with the Crusade? Within the Crusade? Do these accursed maggots have the fragments and the book now? We need to find out whose shield this is. Then we will find the one who has the book and the fragments. Or this is just a clever bluff of yours to mislead us. If you don't believe me, we can discuss this with the help of our weapons. Damn it all! Who the hell could know who the ship belonged to? Unfortunately, we can no longer ask our own vampires. All of them have deserted. And what about your vampires, Elaine? If they see you, they will immediately realize that you are holding me captive and attack you with all their might. Even if she's right about that, this is just a big lie. She wants to believe that she wants us to believe that only some renegade vampires she can. What? Wait, what? She wants us to believe that only some renegade vampires can help us now. Or that we alternatively need to help some pathetic humans to find the owner of the shield. The humans have positioned an extremely... wait a sec. Yeah, okay, it was that? Wait, what? The humans have positioned an extremely large number of the Holy Crusade's guards in the last remaining towns. Even if we could fool the townspeople, the guards will immediately recognize us as vampires. Unbelievable that I now have to be afraid of some wimpy humans. The damn Elras rune. We'll get our power back, beloved. Then we'll finally destroy the Holy Crusade. Until then, I guess all we can do is hope that the renegade vampires don't tear us apart. We need to regain control of our old silver mines. The silver will hopefully help us get better equipment. We shouldn't be unprepared. I don't like any of this at all, but I don't see any other option either. which one of you has an idea of where we can ask a few renegade vampires about a shield? You don't believe her, do you, beloved? The fragments and the books were never here. Well, Asker, I can't tell you anything other than what I know. The truth is that they stole from me. Where can we find renegade vampires who might know this emblem? Asker, I don't want to argue now, as Celine. Where do we find renegade vampires? Where? Spit it out, Celine. We should start in Linak. There's an inn there where various renegade vampires are staying. You seem to have the best connections there, kid. Kid? You goddamn skank! Don't let her provoke you, Celine. We are traveling to Linak. But before that, we should really conquer the silver mines. The silver from Elaine's treasury won't be enough. Damaged shield received. But is it actually... okay, it's just unofficial item in the list. Okay, wait, what? I thought it's going to be all the way up. Nothing there. Where should I go, actually? Should I go upstairs from here? I am apparently able to do so, but should I even? There is an easier way going forward. Should I even? Good opportunity to take the silver with us. So open the gate, Elaine. Take it then. I can't improve your situation with that either. A little more silver never hurt anyone. 30, 20, 40, 60, 60, 50, 20, 30, 40. This is actually something. Anything else? Well, there's literally nothing else here, so... Despite all the setbacks, there's nothing like the smell of blood in the air. I will never forgive you for what you've done to the town and to me. Why are you still allowing this skank to talk, beloved? It would be better if she just shut her mouth. So I don't have to put up with your choleric face anymore? Just to make this clear, this is a temporary partnership of convenience. I am in charge and you will stop spitting venom at each other. This is unbearable. Temporary is right. I'll find a way to get rid of the collar. Absolutely ridiculous. You'll be our slave until the end. So don't challenge us. Let's leave for Liak and conquer the last one silver mine before that. Then we will see what we will do next. Until then, no games. Or you may feel my demon blade again, Elaine. Again, Elaine. Without that sword, I'd have sliced you into so many pieces that only fleshy mist would have been left of you. Shut up already! I told you. Choleric or whatever pronunciations. This is worse than back then. Since Asker is a fundamentally power-hungry vampire, there are many ways to be evil in the game. This often has many benefits and few consequences, so you don't have to shy away from it. It's necessary for the whole of sacrifice anyway to show the human and vampires what kind of power Asker still possesses. So feel free to take some vampires prisoner or transmute them to useful items. Just pay attention to the already mentioned humanity. For a value of -50, Asgar's deeds will not go unnoticed. Humanity increases if you perform side quests in a good way. But does this correspond in Asgar's true nature? You'll receive side quests from many people in the world. Therefore, it's always a good idea to talk to them first before forcing them into the torture chamber. Endirul was taken over by other vampires in the meantime. Explore this town again or leave to pursue your new goals. Not really sure, so I should be going out, I would say. The world can now be freely explored. With the Sanctuary spell, Asgard can teleport anytime into his castle, the Hall of Sacrifice, and back to his original position. But he cannot use the spell in bat form. Towns controlled by vampires are shown as red crosses on the minimap, while towns occupied by humans have blue crosses. The red-white crosses show the positions of silver mines. Okay, I'm not really sure where we are. I think it's pretty much from where we are now. But wait a second, we should be going up there? Ah, there we are. Oh, wait a second, is that? Not really sure, but we should be going there first. Yeah. Located a little southwest from your current position is an easy to conquer silver mine. You should get it as soon as possible. After that, acquire new equipment in Linek. You will now also find a map under key items in the menu. There you will see the world map in a larger size with all towns and castles. That should be useful in terms of stuff. The world map can also be opened with M or start on the start. What is start, please? So yeah, M for map. Human-occupied towns and castles are guarded by the warriors of the Holy Crusade. You can try to sneak past them, but when they catch you, you probably won't survive a battle. By the way, the world is full of secrets and hidden places. I'm sure you'll find a lot of them. You can interact with the other characters in the game in a variety of ways. The following options are available. Talk. Find out what is in the person's mind and have some of them give you a side quest. Suck blood. Vampires need blood. You can increase Asgar's and his companions' blood supply by drinking blood from humans. Drinking from the human a second time will kill them. Okay, it's pretty much the first game, so it's not the second one, where they where you can pretty much bite them as many times as one is able to, but they have a certain pretty much they have a blood bar, so to speak, and once it is all the way down, it pretty much means that they are killed. In that case, better make sure no other human is around to notice. However, you cannot suck blood from vampires. Transmute transmutes a human or vampire into Villa or a useful item. You can learn an ability in the Hall of Sacrifice to find out beforehand what the person will be turned into. Okay? Transform turns a human into a vampire. They will be dominated immediately and stand ready in Asgar's castle. You can learn an ability in the Hall of Sacrifice to see beforehand what type of vampire the human will turn into. Okay, it's that. In prison, a vampire or a human will be transported to the dungeons of Askar's castle. But most renegade vampires won't be taken without a fight. Imprisoned humans and vampires can be sacrificed in the Hall of Sacrifices, in a Hall of Sacrifice to learn new abilities. But vampires must first be tortured and then dominated, since only dominated vampires can be sacrificed. Instead of sacrificing dominant vampires, they can also be put in your group from Askar's castle. Some vampires and humans also offer very special advantages if you imprison them or convince them on your cause. Such prisoners end up in solitary cells in Askar's castle. The ones we went on to the right, where there were many cells, that is that. You can learn an ability in the Hall of Sacrifice to identify such special vampires or humans. I have already a list of all of them, I think. So yeah, leave. With this, you use the overly powerful ability of Askar to turn away from the conversation part. Nice way of saying it. Welcome, stranger, to the cave of the monsters. If you have doomed this world, you're in the right place. Cave of the Monsters? What exactly is this place? This is the place created by me, where you can fight against illusions to test and train your combat skills. You've learned a new spell and want to test it? Then come here. Or you badly need more experience? Then come here and fight. Wait, I can do that in here as well? You mentioned illusions. Aren't there real monsters in there? No, those are just illusions created by my magic. They also grant experience if you defeat them, but they give no souls or villa. That sounds useful. Well, if you follow your path and explore the numerous hidden places in the world, you probably don't need to come here. But maybe the fire of annihilation is burning inside of you and you bring death and destruction upon the inhabitants of this world. So it could be possible that you destroyed everyone that could have given you a task. And then one day you'll have to find an opponent that you cannot defeat due to lack of experience. In that case, you should come here and gain experience by fighting my illusions. I can't rule out that one vampire or another will lose their life because of me. Then we will come back and if we do need experience. But since there are no souls or hidden treasures here for us, it's probably more worthy to explore the world instead of staying here, beloved. You may be right about that. But this is just a possibility I'm offering to you. Who knows how many more humans or vampires you'll kill along the way. And missed tasks means missed experience. Exploring this world should definitely be more useful for you for sure, instead of just finding my illusions. But if you have completely blocked your way, come back here. Fine, then we now know that this place exists, and we will come back here as soon as the situation requires it. So be it. Enter the cave if you want to fight. As soon as you leave, I'll create new illusions there. You can also buy potions, weapons and armor from me anytime to strengthen yourself. Talk to me again if you have need for it. Of it. Weapons? What do you have even? Well, I have a lot of stuff, I would be saying that. That is pretty much the best one I can have currently, so... Fuck's sake, that was a little bit too much already. Need armor. Wait a second. I should be... No, I fucking forgot about this fact. I should be getting another weapon for her then. Fuck's sake. That was a little bit... There we go. You may drink from this blood pillar bowl. I will fill it up from time to time, but it would be better if you had your own blood and healing potions with you if you fight against my illusions. Don't drink. Well, that's certainly something. I got a little bit of stuff from here. What? Add a little bit more. What? Well, that's apparently that. It should be saying that there should be... That should be that, I think? Silver mine. So that should be that. Just in case I should be saving. Another something in here. A little bit more money. Yeah, money. This is a silver mine. It seems to me that that it's overrun with monsters. Then we have to destroy all the monsters before we have a silver mine here again. Let's get this then. Many monsters are resistant or extremely vulnerable to specific magic types. Monsters living in slow regions typically don't mind the cold, but fire magic works all the better on them. Try to use the different resistances of the opponents to your advantage. Status runes also give useful spells. You can specifically keep opponents out of the fight using sleep, for example, and thus concentrating on the remaining opponents. Well, first of all, we don't have anything currently, so... But it should be still okay-ish. Surely unable to do anything in terms of fast forward. That's one thing done. Another one in here. Jeesh. That's... Okay, thanks for the crit, Asuka. Okay, thanks for the crit, Celine. Okay, there's nothing there, so there should be something further in. There should be something here. There we go. Okay, I should be checking stuff. 120 on 100 and pretty much Lugia minus 100. Another battle is incoming, so I can pretty much see how much blood is being pulled from regenning. Not even that much. There's only one in here? What? If one crits... There we go. Those were all the monsters, beloved. The mine is now ready to use again. Let's create the first skeleton servant. So first of all, we need to go all the way out again. Master! Listen up, you dumb skeleton. I want this silver mine back in operation. Master, that shouldn't be a problem. The silver in this mine is easy to mine. Skeletal servants should suffice here. Anything else would have been unacceptable. And speak to me again if you want to create more servants for the mine, Master. To put the silver mine into operation, you need to use souls to create servants to mine the silver. Every servant increases the productivity stage of the mine by 1, up to a maximum of 10. Create a few servants now with your souls collected so far and come back as soon as you have collected enough souls to further increase the productivity stage of this mine. 3000 experience points gained. Thanks for that. Master, this mine's productivity stage is at 0. It costs okay. I think I have enough to turn it to 10. It's done, Master. Is stage 1. Okay, this will take a while. Wait a second, did it actually increase? No, it's not. The wait time between here, it's so long, what the fuck? Nothing happens on 10? It is done, Master. It's on 10. This mine is thus in the highest productivity stage now, Master. Good. 3000 experience points gained. Master, the mine's productivity stage is currently 10 and has thus reached the maximum. The flow of silver better not come to a standstill at some point. We will not disappoint you, Master. If only I could believe that. That's apparently that, and with that quest log is actually completed. And yeah, that is that. With that, we only need this one to continue afterwards, but it will take a while until we get there. Also, in total, there are 5 mines to capture. The next one, the fourth one will be at 40. The fifth one at 50, if I remember correctly. So with that, it's pretty much, yeah. Also, I would be saying that this should be a good point to stop, since I also got enough points to get to such a level. Sheesh. Also, maybe I should be checking. Okay, you know what? This is pretty much something I had been bothered with. And this is pretty much something I encountered in something else as well. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but it's pretty much just normal things. One can pretty much see I am pressing down as well as right. But if I switch it too fast, it's pretty much just going back and forth. I hate it. It should be spinning like this, but yeah, pretty much like this. But it's doing this. Not really sure why it's doing this. Because seriously, we can pretty much say that if it's already in here, that it should not only be doing this as well, but should be doing this as in terms of, if it's already in animation, it should be putting that on top of it. Pretty much make the first animation go quicker. Pretty much like almost instant. I would say 1/10 of the speed it originally should been, or pretty much a little bit calculated in terms of where it currently is and where it then should be. Whatever. Also, I should be checking stuff out once I get a little bit out in here. So I should be saying that should be it for now. Currently, I have so many saves in here, mostly because of the quick saves in here. And they shouldn't really count. There should be a quick save count and an actual save count. Because, seriously. Whatever. I am not really sure in terms of the silver bars here. I am trying to do something, and if this experiment reveals to be true, I'll be leaving it there. I'm not really sure how the bars are being generated at all. So, yeah. Pretty much, I'm really not sure how they are being generated. But yeah, I'll be leaving it at that.